Hello, welcome to ICanFlyy. As most of you are aware, for the last few months we have been discussing through our lecture series the various aspects of parenting with special emphasis on children with special needs. All persons, be it parent or special educators, consistently interacting with persons or children with developmental delays will have to be a special educator. But what does a special educator teach? Here, by special educator, I also mean the parents. So, what is special education, or who is a special educator? Before starting with special education, let us know what is education and why is it needed. Education is a purposeful activity directed at achieving certain aims like transmitting knowledge, fostering skills and character traits, with the ultimate goal of leading a financial and socially independent life. To be independent, we need knowledge. So, the aim of education is to gain knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of surroundings. To become personally and socially and economically independent. With knowledge, a person can take responsibility of self and can contribute to the society. This aim of education, that is, gaining knowledge and taking responsibility, does not alter with person who has special needs. So, a special needs child also will have the same goal when he is educated or when he is trained, that is, to gain knowledge and take responsibility of self. Regular education system is firstly universal. It follows a path of typically developmental milestones in children. Secondly, it teaches a predetermined curriculum. This process of education system creates helpful environment for learners who fall into average or above average graph in the graph, which is average or above average in the functionality. Persons at extreme sides of the graph finds it difficult to learn in a predetermined curriculum in an average environment. Special education targets children outside the graph by creating an environment and curriculum conducive to the child. One of the primary goals of training, educating delayed milestones persons is help them to function in an average and natural environment. So, the basic difference in the method of special education and regular education is that regular education is predetermined, predictable. It teaches a generalized and universal content with the aim of becoming independent socially and financially. The aim of special education is also to make the person independent, but the path is different as it depends upon the need of each and every child. So, special education is preparing a program based on developmental abilities of the individual and take him to the next developmental level with the ultimate target of self-independence or least dependence. Before starting to describe the duty or the actual work or the functional profile of a special educator, be it a teacher or a parent, we should know who needs special education or who needs a special educator and why the person or the child needs the same. The moment a child comes out of the mother's womb, he or she starts to interact with the world around and starts to learn. The child is born with a pre-wired brain to interact and learn. Child cries, mother feeds her. Gradually the child learns this person soothes my discomfort and is my closest person. Then she starts to look at the world around, sees person around him, communicating, acting, behaving, using objects in a certain way. He starts imitating and learning. What does the child learn? Child learns ADL, that is activity of daily living skills. That is the actions, the activities a person does for himself. That is, keep myself clean, keep myself safe. Secondly, communication, that is expressive communication and receptive communication. Socialization, that is situational understanding, how to behave in a particular given situation. Work habit, how to use fingers, body to get the work done in a given environment. And finally, spending time and not disturbing others. These learnings, that is activities of daily living skill, communication skill, socialization skills, work habit and time management, these areas of learning are skills, and as I said, are to be learned. These are known as adaptive skills or adaptive behaviors. These skills help the child to fulfill the needs, physical needs, social needs, environmental needs, and these skills reflect the individual child's social and practical components which he is meeting on a daily basis. A special needs person or child may not learn the adaptive behavior automatically for various reasons and thus need help to learn. The question arises, if the child learns only adaptive skills, what about cognitive skills like memory, reasoning, attention, literacy? The cognitive skills are manifested through adaptive behavior or skills, and adaptive skill is the area where the child needs help. And here is the role of a special educator begins. The goal of a special educator is to create opportunities for the child to learn adaptive skills, which will lead to development of cognitive skills to make the child self-reliant and independent to his or her fullest capacity. To learn anything, the child should be ready to learn. Once the primary adaptive skills are learned, the inappropriate interpreting behavior are eliminated and the child can fully utilize his learning and use his cognition. For this utilization of adaptive skills, child needs to regulate self, relate to environment and use to reason to react. And it is the goal of a special educator to teach the child to regulate, to relate and to reason. So, the goal of a special educator is to facilitate effective individual program that caters to the student with physical, intellectual, emotional and learning difficulties, with the goal to make the person achieve their maximum capabilities. There is a particular method of preparing the program and follow the same, and this method is called special education. As special educators, we follow a particular path. Firstly, when the child comes to us, we assess the abilities of the child. Based on these abilities, we develop a plan best suited to the child to help him to achieve the next level of physical, cognitive, emotional, functional development. That is, we develop IEP, Individual Educational Program. Then we adapt the plan, the teaching material, environmental and environment according to the need of the students' IEP and physical needs also. For cerebral palsy children, we need adaptive chairs, etc. Thirdly, keep a track with other professionals like occupational therapists, speech therapists, etc. Check continuous feedback and if needed, alter the program. Once the IEP starts, I repeat, it's continuously being checked whether the program is useful for the child or not, whether the program is leading the child to the desired goal. If not, the program is altered. It is the role of the special educators to also to monitor the behavior pattern and arrange of the child and arrange appropriate intervention. Reassessment of the development based on IEP formulate the next IEP. That is, again I repeat, after the program has been achieved, we reassess, and based on the reassessment, we develop the next IEP to take the child to the next level of development. That is, first assessment, then IEP, feedback, and again IEP. It is also the duty of the special educator to provide extracurricular and fun activities for the student. That is, to plan a program in which the child will have fun activities and will also help him to go beyond the curriculum of the IEP. And finally, keep close touch with the parents. Take their feedback and incorporate them in their needs and views in the IEP, and finally train and counsel them to follow the program at home. Parental involvement for children with special needs is very crucial due to the fact that the parents have the first-hand understanding. And ultimately, the students go back to the parents and spend their time with them. The parents are the first stakeholders of their children, and so they should be trained to be advocate of their children. Be it for students' right or the training or education, for everything. I will not lecture on the duties of the parents because they are the best judge, advocate, caregivers of their child. But as they need professional help, the only thing I would request the parents to be, please be vocal. Articulate in clear terms what difficulties you face with your child and what you expect from them. It is the duty of the special educator to explain and train you to have realistic expectation benefiting you as a parent and your child. Please remember, it is your child, your time, your money. You have the right to ask, and it is the duty of the professional to answer your queries and counsel you to have a clear picture and how to teach your child and manage your child at home. A two-way communication between the parent and the special educator works best for the child. Everything you learn from a special educator will help you to deal with your child. How to teach him, how to help him to lead a happy, less dependent or independent life. It boils down to one thing: teach the child to regulate self, relate to the environment, and reason and act. Thank you.